Come around, guys. Everybody, huddle up. Huddle up, everybody. It's go time. Take it easy. Baby. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show.
Let's go.
Live from the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Game 2. It feels so good to be up 1-0 in a series, doesn't it, boys?
Not a care in the world.
We're used to it now.
Yeah, what a simple little game tonight. I mean, it's a relaxing little affair. Nuggets go in Oklahoma City for the second game here. A chance to put a stranglehold on this series, or just to figure some things out along the way. We'll talk about the key matchups tonight, things we're looking for. We're also going to talk about whether it really is house money, or do you just have to treat every game like it's a must-win? We'll talk about that. I got Harrison Wynn in the building.
It is amazing what going up 1-0 can do, because I'm way less nervous tonight than I was for game 1. Like, it's not even comparable, the feeling you have before tip-off today.
It's really that in the last round, it just gained in intensity, and then you went to game 1 of the last one. Even that one felt low intensity coming off of game 7. But now up 1-0, it's like, honestly,
let's just watch a game of basketball, man.
Yeah, it's
let's
just a
just
game of
watch
basketball.
Like, let's just go see what happens.
A man who's always relaxed, D-Line Co.
It is funny, though. Then remember, like, when the Nuggets got blown out by the Clippers, we were like, well, I guess we have to find new jobs. It's every game is.
Guess we're going Colfax, man.
Yeah, dude.
Does my whole life mean nothing now?
Yeah, dude. You either come out of a game where you just went shopping, you're feeling fresh and clean, or you're sitting in a dirty diaper until the next opportunity you have to change. Right now, woohoo! I got mandoed. I'm mandoed up. I'm ready to go.
Hate being in dirty diapers.
Rounding out the show, Superstar Dev.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt on top of the world the last 2 days.
Yeah.
It's been so great to see everyone else in panic mode.
Yeah.
But
we're like,
all eyes have to talk about, the Nuggets. Everybody was focused on, is this team back? It sure felt like it.
It does feel like it. It feels a little bit like it. I'm not ready to go there yet, but the Nuggets can go a long way to. If they win tonight, I think I'll officially be back.
Yeah.
If they win tonight. If they lose tonight, I'm out. It's over.
I know.
It's so over.
Just, let me know when you're officially. I've been saving a seat for you for some time.
Yeah.
I've been saving a bunch of seats.
10 years, I think.
You're a seat warmer.
Let's get to some game notes.
No injuries. I don't think there are going to be any reported injuries the rest of the playoffs.
I can't imagine.
Everybody's just fully healthy.
Mike's healed?
He's healed, man.
De'Ron
Not on the
Holmes?
injury report. He still is.
Okay.
Sitting third row tonight behind the Nuggets bench in OKC.
Getting closer and closer.
Yeah. Some notable people in attendance. Coach Calipari. Coach Cal.
Oh, really? He's got a couple Kentucky guys.
Yeah, a bunch of Kentucky guys. Couple big ones in this game. Said what up to Jamal Murray pregame. And Stan Kroenke in the house. He made the trip to Oklahoma City as well. David Adelman pregame. He said he expects the same effort from OKC tonight. This was interesting, I thought. He said, look, for the Nuggets, it's not the first punch. You have to take a couple punches early. You have to survive not just, the first stint of this game, but like the first quarter because of the subs they bring in. Thinking back to Caruso last game, I mean, that's definitely true.
You know what Adelman is? A pragmatist.
Oh.
The ultimate pragmatist. He just is like, everything about it is every game's different, has its own personality.
He kinda just speaks
roll
the
with
truth.
the punches. It is the truth, but there's no like, and I like it because I don't think the team needs the rah-rah speech or the flowery
they're
language.
adults now.
Yeah, they're adults, and so he's like, you guys know
They're
what
fathers.
this is. There's going to be waves. Just handle those waves every time.
I know, it's true. It's like at this point, they're at the point in their life where if you sing happy birthday to them, they're annoyed.
Oh, totally.
But early on, they'd be like, "It's my birthday." Like that. Once you no longer want anyone to wish you happy birthday, you don't need a rah rah coach anymore.
100%. 100%.
That was a great analogy.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. He said you have to survive the first 18 minutes. 18 minutes.
What does that mean?
I was trying to think how we got to that.
That's about when Jokic subs back in. It's a little after.
When he subs back in for the second quarter.
Yeah. But I could see it.
He said you got to take punches and get back up. I got a quote from Mark Dagnalte here.
Dagnall?
Dagnall. He said, look, There were a lot of areas of the game where we can be better. We have a ton of pathways to improve. He said for OKC, his focus for them is to be physical and disciplined. If you're not physical with them, you have no shot. But if you're physical, you toe the line of fouling.
Yeah.
He also said,
I wonder
they
what
got to
tonight.
bring
By the way,
blunt
real quick,
force to the table.
blunt force. Well, here's the thing. We all know Scott Foster's in the building tonight.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
That last game was so physical,
Dude.
Tonight,
I loved it.
I did too. But tonight does feel like the night where
Yes.
real early there's a really tic-tac foul where you're like, really? This is what we're doing tonight? It's just like a whole different style.
I don't know if you saw, though, Scott Foster's missed the last 2 months with a calf injury. This actually I should have included on the injury notes. He's making his return.
Is he questionable
in this game? No, he's active.
He's active.
He's available.
Here's the
he hasn't
thing.
reffed a game in like 2 months.
Scott Foster has himself a bit of an ego.
Yeah.
And Scott Foster making his return debut, that ego might be enormous tonight.
He's going to look to make a statement call early off the bat.
He's missed a lot of episodes. It's time to be the star.
It's time to be the star.
Yeah. David Adelman, he kind of channeled his inner Michael Malone with this quote. He was talking about, just Jokic leading, the more communication that there's been, so many guys talking on the bench now. He said, I will never forget my father telling me and telling teams he coached, this is your team. To the players, this is your team. This is not my team. This is your team.
I mean, that message has been received, I feel.
Yeah.
It's one of the defining traits of the post-Malone era.
The post-Malone
I know.
era.
I don't post-Mike Malone era.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, listen, we're right on track for how we thought this was going to go. Like, I just saw how this could work early on, where Jokic just fills the power void.
Yeah.
It's like the most natural thing. It would be weird for someone to come and be like, Jokic, now, blah, blah, blah. That's not what we do.
There are coaches that would have done it, though.
For sure.
Not a lot of assistants, but there are some coaches that come in here and be like, I got to command the room.
I bet would have. Ty Lue.
You really hate Ty Lue. It's wild.
I just think he's a LeBron merchant. Whatever.
But no, DA gave a lot of credit to like Aaron Gordon talking on the bench, Russ, of course, and it's not just Jokic, even though I think Jokic does it the most.
Just to pull on this thread a little bit, which great coach is not a player merchant?
Mark Daigneault.
Really? He's a great coach?
He's able to conjure things that take place on the floor.
I think all coaches are player merchants.
I think so too, but I feel that Ty Lue has been elevated much higher.
Maybe
than he's
Adelman,
earned.
to be honest.
Possibly.
Is he a Jokic merchant?
Yeah, that's what I got for game notes.
So tonight's game, man, it's we talked about the house money part of it. There's some themes tonight that I'm curious about. Number one, I don't think the Nuggets played particularly well last game. I thought Jokic did, and I thought they got key contributions from role players in big moments, but the execution as a team was not crisp. And so part of me wonders, Denver figures things out. First game one's a feel-out game. Is it possible Denver is just like a really bad matchup for them? I don't think that's the case. I have a lot of respect for them. But I do, tonight, there is a world where this just goes like, oh, yeah, they can't stop Jokic at all. And they're so deeply compromised at that deficiency that nothing else really matters.
Yeah, I mean, most teams have that matchup that just doesn't play in their favor. Denver's that for them because they have a dominant big man. The Thunder have the star, guards. They have some good defenders. They have, people that can change a lot of what you do. But when you are just getting punched in the mouth down low with both big men, it's not just Jokic, but Aaron Gordon had a monster game down low as well. It was just brute force. And then you have two guys that are fouling the entire time. If you don't foul, you're going to get scored on. That puts them on the wrong side of the 8 ball every time. And I just know that that's going to be the game plan of let's feed our big men early and put them in foul trouble or see if we can score on them every time. And then on the other end, SGA has to come down and score every single time because that is not what the Thunder do. They can't beat you with all those guys. It's a lot of defense, and then SGA, usually gets the best of you. So I think this is just a great matchup for Denver right now. At least we saw it, the 2-2 earlier in the year, and then also in Game 1. But it just seems to be the same theme.
Yeah, for me, it makes me nervous that Jokic had such a dominant game and they needed a miracle from above to win. So I agree with you. The Nuggets didn't. I mean, they shot To say they shot poorly from three early on would be an extreme understatement. Like
18 turnovers.
18 turnovers. They were not crisp at all. Jamal Murray started hot, but they just had to weather the storm though. But like they have to hit some 3-pointers tonight early on. They can't get outshot that badly.
Well, it takes us to our key matchups tonight, and I'm going to start with the most obvious key matchup in the game: Jokic versus their front court. And including one Chet Holmgren. I feel like Chet Holmgren has enormous pressure on him in this game because there's having a bad game and then there's having a disaster game. I thought he had a disaster game in game one. It's not that he was terrible from start to finish. It's that he was terrible in very memorable ways. Fouling Jokic, not being able to stay on the court, not making any defensive impact on him whatsoever.
Yeah,
missing the
a
dunk,
couple
missing the
pretty
three,
important
missing the free throws. All of those things add up to, I think he's going to feel the pressure. But this is what I mean about, is your game plan, like even if you think, put yourself in Mark Dagnot's shoes right now, and Chet wants redemption. You say like, nah,
Yeah,
we're not doing that.
Absolutely not against him. You know what I mean? Like it's like,
no, I can get coach. I know I was bad.
Let me cook, coach.
I got him. I'm gonna do some things different.
Nope, not in the regulars. I mean, you could do that in the regular season. You're not doing that in the playoffs, and you're not doing that against one of the greats. Like you really just kind of have to say play smarter. But as we know from Dagnot, he just overthinks a lot.
I literally don't know the right pronunciation.
I always thought I did, but when I said it the other day on All NBA, like the Thunder fans came for me.
I've gotten 3 pronunciations.
I'm gonna need a pronunciation
my
guy.
L comes
one-
through more than I say. I think it's Dagnalt.
Well, I just like
Just to be clear, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either. That's why I just make sure I slow down when I said it. But he overthinks it. He is, and I think he's going to overthink this one. But they're in a spot where if you don't win, you put a lot of pressure on your team. He's going to be overthinking this one, like as he is all year. It can't be a get yourself back into it type of thing. You just can't do that. You can't afford to do that. So you have to go out there and you just got to say you have to play smarter, show hands, be more physical, but don't foul. There's not much you can do there besides cross your fingers.
Well, I just loved how Jokic approached that matchup last game because he went right at him immediately. Like he went right into him and threw him as soon as the game started and got him in foul trouble. Hartenstein the same thing. And that's what I feel like kind of set the tone for Chet's night. It was the beginning of the game.
Why do you think he was so aggressive? Because some nights Jokic's not.
Maybe he just knows he can do that against Chet, and he couldn't do that against Zubats. He can just overpower Chet, and that's maybe in his mind the way to set the tone. And it's definitely the right approach. I hope he does the exact same thing tonight.
Yeah.
I hope he gets 2 fouls on him in the first 3 minutes of this game.
I like it, man. I mean, foul trouble was obviously a story for this last one, so we'll kind of see that again. I think Shea versus Denver's defense is another story. Shea had a pretty game last time. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Yeah, I almost wonder if he wanted a triple-double, like going up against Yoke, little MVP showdown. I'll get a triple-double and a win to show them, But tonight I wonder where he's at because as good as he was, especially early on, the memorable, lasting impact you have of the Thunder success was Caruso and Dort making threes. And I just wonder if he feels he has to step up. And if so, what's Denver's plan for him tonight?
Yeah, definitely, man. And I'm, curious to see how much Peyton Watson gets to play against him. I've really liked P. Watt's defense for the most part these last 3 games, I'd say, of the playoffs. Christian Brown's got to step up. Just the Nuggets as a team have to defend him well. But you do, want to toe the line a little bit between shutting him down and keeping the ball out of his hands and not leaving, those role players super wide open because they can hit threes like we learned last game. Caruso is not going to hit 5 threes every game, but he can hit an open 3. Lou Dort can hit an open 3. So it's kind of a dance routine that Adelman has to do with that. I thought they managed it great last game, where it seemed like in the first half they defended him a lot one-on-one, and then the second half they brought the trap more.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't think you can expect much of a lesser performance from him moving forward. I think this is about what he'll do every game. Probably one a little higher, maybe, but I think this is kind of what you're going to get, and that bodes well because, like, all things told, you say that your best player has 33 points. You're like, oh man, that guy kind of went off, but the Nuggets won, and our guy went off for more. So Like, to me, the recipe to how to beat them is completely in the first game. It's just like, also, you guys also have to hit 3-pointers. Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, they didn't do that in the last one.
At all.
I mean, the guys stepped up that you did not expect to step up last game, and maybe that is the game plan for Denver. Is SGA is going to get his. I think that everybody knows that he's going to score. He's going to be able to get where he wants. Can you bottle up the other players? And it's the good players. They got the big men in foul trouble. Jalen Williams did not have a game, and that's like the key for that team. But if you're going to allow Lou Dort and Caruso to be the ones that's shooting the ball every single time, you're okay with that. You're going to just like live with that.
Yeah,
you just can't let Chet get going. He's their, second, third best player. Jalen Williams, second, third best player. So it's about the everybody else part of it. Craziness in the background.
Jalen Brunson.
Games have been this.
Dude, this is what should have happened to the Celtics last year. This is what their style is going to get them. I'm telling you, man. High leverage moments that just no one pushed them at all last year.
Well, now they're just missing mid
That's
range.
what I mean. They're shook. And they can't hit three.
A whole
They're
team
banged
is
up,
not
too.
won
They're
yet.
banged up.
They have not won.
It's pretty good, man. You're right. Actually, this
Should we
keeps
just do a
going.
watch along for this game right now?
Yeah, let's
Brunson's got it. Gets a screen from Hart.
Oh my God. What other key matchups do you think exist tonight?
I think that we can expect a lot better performance out of Jay Will. He was
Five
invisible. He was invisible. Right?
Yeah, he was bad.
He was so bad. I couldn't believe how bad he was. And that man's literally an all-star.
Do you go out of your way to get him going if you're the OKC?
I think so. I do. I think so.
You
because,
have to.
Yeah.
You know SGA can score.
Yeah, otherwise,
you don't want to just keep going with the same thing because, say he puts up 45.
Yup.
Okay, they just seen them put up 40. It didn't do anything. So, you have to get someone else going with you that can score. It can't be a rely on Dort and Caruso. You just can't do that.
Yeah. All right, let's go now to the house money portion of this because this is one of the questions I have. Is this game a house money game? Adelman says every game has its own personality, right? Every game, it's like, just forget what happened. This is why you said I think everything was in that first game. I don't. Every game has its own personality,
For sure.
and there's different pressure points and everything else. But if you do consider Denver as house money, one thing I think, or two things I think you should do tonight is, one, make them play as many cards as they have to, which means keep the game close. No matter what, just treat this like, hey, if we can get it close in the fourth, they might have to play one of their adjustments early. And two, I think you want to just experiment with your rotation a little bit tonight. Not get crazy. You're still trying to win, but you might see how much Peyton Watson has on Shea. You might see if a Zeke or a Strother can survive for 3 minutes because you might not get another chance that has this much comfort.
Yeah, man. I did not think the Nuggets would be in this position, obviously. I thought they'd probably lose game one. Game two would be the one they really go for. But, after winning game one, you're thinking to yourself, man, if they just found a way to win game two, think of how that would totally change how we feel about this series, man. This is such an opportunity tonight. I think you go out and try to take it. You obviously do. You try to just make the Thunder nervous. You try to make them adjust. Like you said, you try to make them show some more cards. Because if they're already gonna be showing way more cards at this point in the series than they thought they would be. And that's a great thing for the Nuggets.
Yeah, to me, you have to to steal 2 games on the road. If you one game up, fine. That's all well and good. But if you can get 2 games up, then to me it's all right, let's see if we can figure a little. To me, it's you have to just kind of sense how the game is going early, and if you have any opening, you have to just go for it.
Yeah, but what about second period? Do you try out? Game's tied. Do you try out? Man, it'd be nice if we could see if Julian could go here. You know what I mean? Do you get a little more risky just so you can learn something?
Maybe. I mean, I would be more inclined to not go chasing waterfalls. I'd stick to the rivers and the lakes I was used to.
They have 3 games in the next 72 hours, though. Or three games between now and Sunday.
Maybe the 5 3/4 guys that the Nuggets have at their disposal just don't get tired anymore. Maybe we're just past that point, man.
What do you think, Dev?
I mean, I just feel like we're creeping. Yeah. Yeah.
I just think it's a crazy, sexy, cool plan.
I really do think that you are playing with house money, and it's if you go out with a lead early in this game, you can rattle them to where they have to show those cards a lot earlier than they want to. Even if you don't win the game, it's just like, oh, we saw that's what they're going to do. Because I don't feel like the Nuggets showed their card. Like, they just went out and punched them in the mouth. I don't think that was part of the actual game plan. It was like, let's try it out. Let's see if we could get there. But now that it's there, it's like, oh, we're going to continue to do that. The Thunder losing game one now puts them in desperation mode where they do have to play their guys, more minutes. They do have to see if certain things work. They're not going to go to that bitch who plays way too much. So now it's like every single piece matters to one team. Denver is in control if you can play your same way and style and get better performances from guys. That's the thing is like I don't think that either team played up to like what they're capable of.
Yeah.
One team has a lead. So you just go into the same spot and just say, we're going to do the same game plan and see if you can slow that down. And I just don't know if that's something that you can do.
Yeah. Well, you know who, you saying that, Dev, made me think this. Dagnall, I'm trying. I really have tried. He looks to
It's
me.
called Mark.
Mark seems like to me like a guy that would panic if the Nuggets make this a close game.
Dude.
Because you just remember
he's going to bite his lip on some gum.
chewing that
He
gum so hard.
also looks like he'd panic if he drove down the street and noticed his neighbors had the wrong color trash can. And like you have to alert the HOA.
Yeah, he would definitely
He's
call
like,
the HOA.
"Oh."
I know. But honestly, that's another thing I kind of want. You want to put guys in uncomfortable positions, and I'd feel like he's one guy. He's very calm, cool, and collected. Even when he calls like his rage timeout, if you guys notice, his rage timeout is like walks.
Please
just
time out.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, I'm not rageful. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. But you go have a 68-win season, and all of a sudden you're staring 0-2, down the barrel of 0-2. I think that guy could lose his cool. Part of this is because the permanent sub thing. Remember how hard he was yelling at the ref?
Of course.
Yeah.
He was kind of losing it.
If we can get the Thunder to adjust into a permanent sub tonight, that would bode well.
Like that
If
honestly.
they went to that tonight, it would be incredible.
Yeah, that's
He's
when
like, it's in the Roblox.
I think that's when we know we have the Thunder.
just brought that-
If we see the
He's
permanent
like,
sub.
Jokic's jersey was untucked when he took that shot.
I do think he could have a little panic in him, so I want to see it. But to me, it really Chet tonight. I'm just so I'm almost more curious how the Thunder respond tonight than Denver in a weird way. Because Denver can do anything, and I'm not going to read into it too much. But the Thunder, to me, are they made of the right stuff? Is Chet going to bounce back and have a big game? Or is Yoke going to go right through his chest again, and he's going to become a very scared little boy?
That is a good point because I think most people are just like, first off, we're feeling good, being up 1-0. But there's the expectation. You're like, they could lose by 20, and that would be like fair game. Like you've seen them be in that position.
Yeah.
But if they win,
I know.
But if they win,
I'm telling you, it's a party. I might go full Colfax mode.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah, we've never seen that.
I'm sorry, what's the good way?
I don't know.
You probably just do it.
I know
and
there'll be sirens following me.
I
whatever
think it
it
just
is.
depends which
Or you just like
what
way
direction
down
on
the-
Colfax you
Which
go.
If you're going to go
Direction.
east or west down to Colfax, that
just
determines.
Can you
Fill a
imagine how
pothole.
upset Mark Dagnall would have been at Buddy Hield's shorts
Oh
last night?
my God.
He would
I don't even wanna
have
think
thrown
about
a fit, man.
He's not wearing a mouthpiece, and he probably needs a retainer.
He would have called that out.
Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use the code DNVR365. Deposit $10. Place a bet of $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 or older. Physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, let's do it again.
Oh, let's do this again. Doesn't it feel good to be us? Bet365 is hooking us up today, so make sure that you join right now. The Nuggets come into this game as 10-point underdogs. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The Nuggets.
Tatum turnover. Another win. They did it.
Oh, my gosh.
The Knicks
that
are
is
up 2-0.
amazing. That is
Oh, my
amazing.
Let's do the
God.
same thing.
Let's do it again. Run it back.
Let's do the
Tatum,
same thing.
Tatum. All right. Sorry. I believe
Dude,
that the
Vo's
Nuggets
gonna be in such
are
a good mood tonight.
going to win this game.
Oh.
So I'm going to go plus 10.
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
I feel like if the Nuggets lose, they're going to get blown out. If it's within 10, I'll take the Nuggets.
Exactly. You might as well take that. And also, that's my first line. I know that they're going to keep it within 10. I
right.
feel like they're
I
going
don't
to win.
think I've ever seen you put a spread bet on the three best bets.
That's how confident I'm feeling.
Dang!
I'm going to go over 230. Both teams are just ready for what the other team is throwing at them, and they have plenty of scores on both teams. For that to be a great defensive team, Denver got what they wanted. A lot of people got what they wanted, and they have Jokic. He did whatever it is he wanted. I just feel like there's going to be more scoring for the Thunder, for the better guys. So I'm going to go with the over 230. On the Thunder side of things, we have to expect that Chet plays extremely well and hard in this game. Do you guys remember as a kid when you pissed on yourself and you worked hard to like change your undies?
Yeah, as a kid, yeah. Just as a young child only.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I feel happened here.
Okay.
I feel like he's going to play hard. I'm going to go over 15.5 points. I also think that Caruso continues to be on the floor because he's the only answer that I feel that they actually have. If he's on the floor, then that opens them up because I don't think that they're trying to slow him down from shooting threes. They don't care to.
So you think he'll get more?
I'm going to go over 8.5 points. I just feel like that's a very easy line for him.
All right.
Over.
If you insist.
For the Nuggets, for our 3 points bet, I think Murray over 2.5 3-pointers at plus money is something that I just have to have.
God, I hope.
I like how how he frees himself up in the pick and roll. I like how he comes off for the DHO when he's just ready to shoot. He missed a few easy looks last time, but I think
like
this is
over
the time
2.5,
that I think that it happens. I'm going to go over. I also like Murray over 5.5 assists as well. They're pressuring him and just trying to beat him to his spots, trying to make him, not feel comfortable out there. And they're picking him up high, which is leading to him having a lot of open court. So he'll be able to drop it off for easy shots, easy dump offs. And I like the quick passes, so over 5.5 assists. Size was a problem last game, and Mr. Nugget showed the hell up.
Hell yeah, he did.
He will surely step up in this game, and he's been a dominant force for Denver. This is a series for Mr. Nugget, so let's go with over 23.5 points plus rebounds.
It's down to 22.5.
Bro, I need Charles Barkley to refer to Aaron Gordon as Mr. Nugget.
I was going to say,
get the message to TNT that this is Mr. Nugget.
What is what would you be most proud of to hear a national news member refer to one of the nicknames we came up? Would it be like, oh well, the mayor of Browntown, Christian Brown?
Browntown would be.
If I heard like the slam from Browntown,
Kevin Harlan from Browntown.
Oh, that would be.
I just need Charles Barkley to call him Mr. Nugget. That's what I need.
Bang and a Browntown in the same
dude.
sentence.
Bang from Browntown.
That'll be big. That'll be big. Brown had 13 rebounds last game, and while I don't expect him to get 13 rebounds, his line is 5.5, and I think he goes over that. You just can't be denied. We're going over here for Christian Brown at rebounds. Westbrook points are only at 11.5, and they clearly haven't been paying attention because 11.5, if he's out there, he's scoring. And I feel like how Michael Porter Jr. has been playing, he's going to be out there. So I'm going to go over 11.5 points because it's too low. He's shooting the ball well. Teams can't slow him down in transition. He's finishing in transition. And that bully ball that he had when he went at Chet, he don't care about none of them guys.
That wasn't bully ball. That was like a conqueror ball. That was
You're
like
still pissing on yourself in this room.
that was like invading army ball. That was Ottoman ball.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Our defensive bet is going to be Jokic over 2.5 stocks, and for our lock,
Said lock, okay?
there's a guy that we haven't really talked about.
I almost forgot about
It's going to
him.
be Jokic over whatever it is that he wants. I'm going to go with points.
Take Jokic over everything.
Everything. Points plus rebounds is what I really
lot
think
of
he
wisdom
does.
in that statement. Take Jokic over everything.
He got this in points by himself last game. You get the insurance of points plus rebounds at 41.5. Just go ahead and lock it up. You're going to get paid. We're going to all get paid. We'll be celebrating, high-fiving, and going crazy. It's time for the super chats.
All right, Cole Bressler, get the Turbo Folk going, boys. It's time.
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
No, Turbo Folk is, that's Jokic's favorite genre of music.
My apologies.
Come
Cole.
on, dude.
My apologies.
What are you, a classical folk?
Keith's 29. Guys, watching from the book at the Cosmo, Las Vegas. This is where I fell in love with the Nuggets.
Hell
for the
yeah,
first
man.
time. I'm going money line. All Nuggets are good. LFG.
Fall in love all over again.
Let's go.
Chandler Dutton, Dev, AG, 3, Mr. Nugget, Bucket, Screw, Shay G, Nuggets in 4. Fuck it. Write the report. LFG, boys.
I think he was claiming for Dev to read that, but whatever.
Whatever. Guys, we are debuting a new watch-along set tonight. So you're going to want to watch it. You're going to want to head over there right now.
Yeah, dude.
Kel
Get
worked
there.
very
Get
hard
over
on
there.
it. You're going to want to see it. He's very proud.
We're
If it
gonna
breaks
run.
down, it'll be hilarious.
We're gonna run over there.
We all silly like the mayor.